The future of global economy is shifting to the east. Asia's economy is steadily growing, along with its great population and natural resources. Asia holds over half of the world population, and its nations are becoming more connected in culture and commerce. There is no better time than now to invest in Malaysia. Our country is home to the second busiest global shipping route of multiple.
Please fill up the front row, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of Exco for Trade, Industry, Regional Development and Administration Wellbeing of Terengganu State Committee and Deputy Chief Executive Officer of MIDA. Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Tunku Hassan Tunku Omar, Exco for Trade, Industry, Regional Development and Administration Wellbeing of Terengganu State Committee, Mr. Siva Suryamurti Sundararaja, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Investment Promotion and Facilitation, Malaysian Investment Development Authority, MIDA, Yang berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faisal Tun Abdul Razak, Deputy State Secretary Development cum Director State Terengganu Economy Planning Unit, Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi Muhammad, President and Executive Director Terengganu Incorporated Sendirian Berhad, Mr. Haji Azmal Azadin, Chief Operating Officer Terengganu State Economic Development Corporation, MIDA Senior Management, representative from State Government of Terengganu, members of media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. We are immensely grateful for your support and for taking time off from your busy schedules to be here with us today. My name is Naz and I'll be your MC, taking you through all of today's program. On behalf of MIDA and State Government of Terengganu, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the MIDA Invest Series with the theme Unfolding State's Business Potential. This event is jointly organized by MIDA and the State Government of Terengganu with the objective to share the business opportunities and facilities available, as well as updating the latest development and investment possibilities in Terengganu. To start the event, I would like to invite Encik Muhammad Zahari Othman to recite the dua.
Thank you, Nas. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we proceed with the program, let us begin with doa recital. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the universe. Peace and blessing be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, and for those who follow his example till the day of judgment. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, We express our gratitude to you for allowing us to attend the MIDA Invest Series Terengganu on this auspicious afternoon. We beseech thee and grateful towards you in favor of all the infinite blessings to us, your humble servant, to live in safe and prosperous life. We seek your blessing for a flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to steer clear of anything that will detrimental the progress of this event. Ya Allah, Ya Rahim, please bless us with your tawfiq and hidayah. Please guide us to greatness, peace, glory, and prosperity in this world and the hereafter. O Allah, please make us responsible intellectual, granted us with a valuable knowledge that will be beneficial to mankind in order to gain your mardatillah. Make us your righteous servant that followed your commands and neglect the sinful act. Please forgive us for our wrongdoing. Allahumma inni a'udzubika minal barasi wal jununi wal juzami wa min sayyi'il asqam. Oh Allah, please provide us protection from COVID-19, influenza, and any other contagious disease. We seek your powerful assistance to remove the pain and discomfort and to ease our recovery. Cure this pain, for you are the one who provides the cure. Ya Munzilal Barakah, bestow peace to our beloved country Malaysia. Preserve us from any threat and disaster, neither man-made nor natural disaster. And to you, Ya Allah, we ask for security and prosperity upon us, our leaders and our country. Bestow patience in us in order to face the future challenges. Please accept our deeds and please reward us accordingly. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you and have a fruitful event. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Encik Muhammad Zahari. To kick off this afternoon program, may I now invite Mr. Siva Suryamurthy, Deputy Chief Executive Officer for Investment Promotion and Facilitation of MIDA, on the stage to deliver his welcoming remarks. Please welcome Mr. Siva.
Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan bin Tengku Omar, Exco for Trade, Industry, Regional Development and Administrative Welfare. Yang berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faizal bin Tun Abdul Razak, Deputy State Secretary, Development and Director, State Terengganu Economic Planning Unit. Yang berusaha Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi bin Muhammad Harun, President and Executive Director, Terengganu Inc. Sdn Bhd. Yang berusaha Mr. Azmal bin Azadin, Chief Operating Officer, Terengganu State Economic Development Corporation or SEDC, PMINT. Distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon, and I warmly welcome all of you to yet another briefing of MIDA's Invest series, Unfolding State's Potential. A special thanks to Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan bin Tengku Omar for his support in this initiative. We would also like to thank the State of Terengganu Planning Unit, Terengganu Inc. and Terengganu State Economic Development Corporation, who will be sharing their latest developments in their ventures this afternoon. I trust that all of us today will gain much insight from the sharing session later in light of the opportunities and facilities available in the state of Terengganu. As you are aware, the objective of this briefing session is to update our esteemed investors, partners, stakeholders, and the business community on the latest development and investment opportunities in Terengganu, besides exchanging ideas and opinions to grow together, affording new relationships. To date, I am proud to share that this program has successfully featured the investment potential and landscape of the states of Johor, Negeri Sembilan, Selangor, Perlis, Kedah, Kelantan, Pahang, Terengganu, Sabah, Sarawak, Pulau Pinang, and Melaka. Today, we are pleased to continue the momentum by presenting the first state under the second round of the Invest Series program by highlighting the benefits of investing in Terengganu. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia continues to be a preferred investment destination by the international business community despite the challenging global economic environment. Terengganu has been one of the preferred and selected states for investment by the business community. From 2017 to June 2022, there were 29 manufacturing projects approved and implemented in Terengganu with a total investment of 2.3 billion ringgit Malaysia. More than half of these investments were from foreign sources, recording a total of ringgit Malaysia 1.27 billion. These projects have been instrumental in creating over 1,727 job opportunities, mainly in the fields of petroleum products, including petrochemicals, chemicals and chemical products, non-metallic mineral products, wood and wood products, as well as machinery and equipment. Additionally, from January to March this year, investments worth 7.2 million ringgit Malaysia were approved in the food manufacturing and wood products industries. We are happy to see notable companies leveraging Terengganu's well-established infrastructure and network of experienced support services. These include JXR Manufacturing Sdn Bhd, CJ Bio Malaysia, Kemaman Bitumen, Akima Tayo Chemicals, and Compass Industries and Eastern Steel Sdn Bhd. These companies have much promise for further collaboration and opportunities for our local businesses. This year, MIDA continues its momentum to promote domestic investments through many programs and initiatives. For instance, our recent domestic investment seminar program was held on July 26 in Berjaya Times Square and was attended by more than 800 participants. The objective of such initiatives is to keep the business community abreast with the capabilities of new investment facilities initiated by the government, mitigating the impact of the pandemic on businesses and encouraging business continuity. We have received encouraging and strong positive feedback towards the effectivity of such measures from industry players and agencies that have felt substantial benefits, including the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Malaysia, or NCCIM. We aspire to continue such initiatives, and I'm pleased to inform you that the second domestic seminar will be held in Kuantan, Pahang, focusing on business community in the East Coast region, which includes Terengganu. We understand there is still space for the expansion of existing companies to reinvest, particularly in new growth areas. New companies should also leverage the growing opportunities in the country and establish their presence here. To serve our stakeholders better, MIDA has formulated various strategic initiatives to continue facilitating the establishment and expansion of multinational corporations and the local large companies, or LLCs, to become part of the local supply chains with technological capabilities. MIDA has launched a dedicated SME investment desk in all its state offices to facilitate and coordinate its support services for Malaysian businesses. As at January to June 2022, MIDA state officers have organized 18 programs and have reached out to more than 222 SME companies throughout Malaysia. MIDA will continue to work closely with companies and businesses to provide a more conducive business environment to increase growth opportunities. As everyone here can attest, the pandemic has compelled businesses, both big and small, to rethink their business models. This new normal that has dawned on us presents us with opportunities to find innovative ways to prioritize operational efficiency and build resilience by strategically leveraging effective digital technologies. Hence, we urge local companies to invest in upgrading their capabilities through the acceleration of automation and digitalization. MIDA provides support and facilitation for local companies both in the manufacturing and services sectors to move towards Industry 4.0 through various initiatives such as Industry Forward Intervention Fund and Automation Capital Allowance. MIDA has also set up a dedicated team, the Domestic Investment Coordination Platform, to help companies to grow their businesses and investment portfolios. Through our partnership with several equity and corporate advisory firms, local regulators, and technology providers, we are able to assist companies in conducting B2B matching business funding opportunities, mergers and acquisition, divestment, and even initial public listing or IPO. Ladies and gentlemen, MIDA acknowledges the accessibility of information at the fingertips is indispensable to assist investors in making well-informed investment decision. Therefore, MIDA has established an I-Incentive portal under its Incentive Coordination and Collaboration Office or ICO. The platform serves as a one-stop center that provides information about incentives that are offered by the government for the establishment of businesses here. This interactive site currently features 132 incentives, including tax exemptions, grants, soft loans, and equity financing, and is managed by 10 ministries and 23 agencies. We now have over 2,000 registered users of this portal, and we definitely want to increase the number. We are intensifying our promotional efforts and reaching out to more businesses out there. This portal is very important for our domestic investors to know. Please visit our website, look at all the incentives and facilities provided by the government of Malaysia. It's one-stop center for you to know all the incentives and all the facilities provided by all the federal government agencies as well as the regional corridors. Yeah? As part of the Penjana announcement, MIDA has also established PACU at MIDA, or the Project Acceleration and Coordination Unit, to facilitate the speedy implementation of investment projects in the country. This unit will assist your company's implementation woes by identifying the challenges, proposing appropriate solutions, and facilitating the monitoring of its progress. MIDA, through PACU, will provide professional support and assistance for your businesses to grow in Malaysia. This is another major initiative that we put in place during Penjana initiative. This particular unit in MIDA will track each and every project that MIDA approves in any given year. In the past, when we approve, let's say 800 projects, we are not able to track all the 800 projects, the status, yeah? But today, all the details are actually pumped into the PACU system, and we are able to track the implementation of the project. Site acquisition, for example, kebenaran merancang, for example, yeah? Construction, up to the level the company goes into commercial production. Yeah. So here we work very closely with the state authorities and local authorities in ensuring that every single project that are being approved by MIDA are implemented on time. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, businesses and investments are much more than just commercial success. It is about bringing a positive impact to life around us, contributing to the development of our home cities, regions, and the country as a whole. MIDA will continue to undertake engagements such as this to ensure that Malaysia achieves its goals and aspirations, creating wealth that translate into tangible benefits felt by all Malaysians. On that note, I wish all of you a productive session ahead. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Siva. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I now invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan Tengku Omar, Exco for Trade, Industry, Regional Development and Administration Wellbeing of Terengganu State Committee to deliver his remarks. I now hand over to you, Yang Berhormat Datuk.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good afternoon. To Mr. Siva Surya Murthy, Sundara Raja, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Investment, Promotion and Facilitation, Malaysian Investment Development Authority, MIDA. He was already 33 years with MIDA. Very wise officers in MIDA, one of the longest serving officer in MIDA. And also yang berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faisal bin Tun Abdul Razak, Director of Terengganu State Economic Planning. He just was conferred Datuk by the Sultan. I mean, in congrats to him. And also with us today, Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi bin Muhammad, President Executive Director Terengganu Incorporated Sdn Bhd, a very strong man in Terengganu. And of course, Tuan Haji Azmal bin Azadin, COO SCDC Terengganu, State Economic Development Corporation Terengganu. Well, and also to very distinguished guests, esteemed members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by saying, by extending my gratitude to MIDA and Invest Terengganu for hosting this event and for the assistance given in promoting Terengganu as an attractive investment locations. Thank you for your support and dedication in making our state a better place. When we went overseas, we always asked them to invest in Malaysia. And in Malaysia, we asked them to invest in Terengganu. So our last trip was in a few countries after the pandemic. And by the help of the officers overseas, we managed to secure some, well, they said they want to come to Terengganu, to Malaysia. Yes, please come. And please come to Terengganu. We can offer you anything you want within, of course, within restriction, within our policy. Yeah, we have been dealing with the COVID, brother know that's COVID-19 pandemic for more than 2 years now. It is inevitable that this will have an effect on our economic sectors. Industrial development in our country has been one of the most affected sectors, with massive disruptions to supply chains and production activities. However, we need to continue working hard and hope that it will recover positively. I'm delighted to hear that Terengganu is the first state in Malaysia, as mentioned by the MIDA officer just now, the deputy, to be invited to join MIDA Invest series. Second round, you said. Yeah, okay. Since the beginning of the new normal. I'm confident that this series will provide a valuable resource for both state government officials as well as private sectors, stakeholders involved with that particular area of interest. Ladies and gentlemen, Terengganu has been making great strides forward recently with the Kerteh. The Kerteh, everything everybody knows about Kerteh, I think. Malaysia know. Kerteh is the petroleum and gas refinery center in Malaysia. With the recent Kerteh Biopolymer Park and ECER, East Coast Economic Region Hub for the bioeconomy and specialty chemicals that spans over 140 acres. Is growing fast with both phase 1 and phase 2 has fully taken up. The third phase of the park opened last year to accommodate growing demand from investors. To date, the total cumulative investment in Kerteh Biopolymer Park, we have one park there, Biopolymer Park we call it, has increased to Rn 5.6 billion, with more than 5,000 employment created for the people of Terengganu. Well, there's some technical calculation of how do you count whether the investment in Terengganu has been registered as investors there or not. According to MIDA, any companies in Terengganu, when they ask for the ML, manufacturing license, then they are considered there. But any investors to the state without ML, they won't be considered as not yet investment in Terengganu. So we have, for instance, about 3 months after the COVID, we have actually about to approve a few great investments in Terengganu. We are about to sign an agreement for a company doing silica related, doing some, they call it float glass investment. The investment was about 2.5 billion. And we told the investors we are 99.9% ready for the signing. And they said we are 98% ready. So, well, make it 100% and then probably this month or end of the month or next month, we'll sign the agreement. So we will provide about 2,000 workers. And we have also actually another investment in copper. They approved, but there's no mining license, manufacturing license yet. So it's not in the book of MIDA. Still in the process, but they will occupy about 500 acres of land, first phase. No, 500 acres. Yeah, first phase. Talking about 2.5 billion investments. And then you just mentioned about Eastern Steel in Terengganu, a big Eastern Steel production there. They're also going for the second phase. And they said we'll be also about bringing about 2.5 billion investments with additional employment of about 1 to 2,000 people. So that's it. So many people come to Terengganu now. So Terengganu has committed itself to increase economic growth by adding more industrial park. We have 25 industrial park. 25 means some are really park with all the facilities. Some are bare land, but we welcome you to start there, and we give all the incentives that state can give, especially in land matters. You nak lagi invest the incentive, you go to MIDA and also to ECR. They are willing to give you incentives for you to start business in Terengganu or elsewhere in Malaysia. And then this, all these industrial parks, total coverage is about 4,158 hectares. There are a few names there: Kerteh Terengganu industrial area, Pulau Kerengga. Pulau Kerengga is not pulau actually; it's the name pulau. Terengganu banyak nama pulau, tapi it's not pulau actually. So it's on Pulau Industrial Park, Pulau Kerengga, Silica Valley. We have there Terengganu Silica Valley, TSV. This is another step towards making sure that there are good prospects not only now but into the future in Terengganu. Now and in the future. Well, access to the East Coast Railway Link (ECRL) with a total length of 188 kilometers and route connecting Port Klang, Selangor, Pahang, Terengganu, and Link Tumpat in Kelantan that will be completed by the year of 2026. We also serve as a catalyst for significant economic spillover benefits for Terengganu by connecting the East Coast economy with that of our West. We hope for greater prosperity and quality for all people and also help revitalize economics in these regions. Yeah, let's move forward. Moving forward, the state government is currently working to finalize and improve industrial policy. We are about to launch a new policy to replace the existing policy in hope to support and further enhance our economy to integrate with the world economy as well as in the line with the strategic long-term goals in the national investment aspiration. In this regard, we are committed to ensuring that the state remains a competitive destination for high-value investments, which can deliver sustainable and holistic economic growth, aligned with Terengganu's vision to be developed, blessed, and prosperous state by the year 2030. As for the prosperous Terengganu Master Plan, we got one Terengganu Master Plan, we call it PITAS, P-I-T-A-S, PITAS 2030. In addition, then let me also touch a bit on the types of investment that you can invest. For the future investors, you can invest in many types of investment in Terengganu. Usually, when the investor came to see us, we asked them, "What do you want to invest? Do you think your investment will bring you the money? If yes, then come over. We will facilitate you in any form we can." So we're also going for the green technologies. We have started the hydro. In fact, kalau we said green means plus water, that means we've got clean hydro there over a long time before. We have started the hydro there. And then we have solar farm. Solar farm, we have a total of 311 megawatt, just that, at the moment, in 9 projects. So if you ask us, can we invest solar in Terengganu? Well, we say it depends. If you got you bid and you get the quota from SEDA, then please come. But not on the open land. Because the land is precious, we don't want the investor to cover all the land with the solar panel. Because actually solar didn't give us a good employment rate. We will provide only a few persons to maintain. And of course, we cannot plant any more land there. They need at least minimum 100 acres. But you're still interested in solar, please come and make your solar, invest your money on the surface of water. We have water surface, very large water surface in Terengganu. That's Kenya land. They call it Kenya Lake. And the Kenya Lake, we have got more than 350 islands created there. And we have vast area of water. Please, if you want to invest, you can propose to bid on the area water surface there. And they're also talking about the mini hydro. Mini hydro ni, well, only one now, but that have not started. But we can lose only one at the moment. And then biomass, mentioned by biomass BTM in Teluk Kalong, Kumaman. They have started actually the groundwork. So hopefully we can see this biomass producing the green energy in 2 years' time or 3 years' time. And people come also to us to propose hydrogen to take the energy from hydrogen, batteries and whatnot. to replace the old energy. Well, we got also water in Tasik Kenyir. You can crack the water, put with the oxygen and take the hydrogen. And also, people came to see us to invest in what we call the turbine, wind turbine, like in Holland. So, well, welcome. And but some proposed to put the turbine in the sea, near the beach. Well, please come. Welcome all those type of investments. And also, besides the green energies, we have minerals. We have iron ore, but mostly have taken by the investors. And in our place, we got 22 plots of mineral area has been taken by all those investors. And we have another 4 also has been taken by the investors. But you can always ask about exploration here and there. If you find one, then let us know. We will assist you. And we had silica. And they said in Terengganu, Terengganu has the finest silica, 99.8% purity. But of course, we have policies on that. But recently, there was a company came and about to make kilang, what we call the factory, out of the silica sands. And we have given to one company with the resources of silica, which they claim can last about 200 years, the deposit. But of course, we have very strict policy on silica, where we talk that later. If you are interested, then come over to see Datuk Tun from economic planning unit or ICDC, or come to see me. And what we also what quartz, silica rock, quartz, and we have decided to award actually to a company to start a quartz related product in Terengganu. And yeah, of course, this is very new. People talk about NREE, non-radioactive rare earth element. What's that? We talk that later. But there's a lot of deposit in Terengganu, and we are very new to that. The Malaysian itself is very new. They have started a pilot project in what we call in Perak. So there's SOP there, and we follow strictly. And we are about to launch actually one project in Terengganu. And again, I would like to thank MIDA for helping us overseas. We went to South Korea, we went to many parts of the world, and they're always there to support us. And not only MIDA, the Petronas, the ECR, all the agencies involved, they work together with us. We work together with them, and we unite together and ask the investors to come over to Terengganu to invest in our state. So why not you come to Terengganu and let us know what you want. We help you, we assist you, whichever possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan Tengku Omar. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting Ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting and informative program ahead of us for this afternoon. Our first agenda is a presentation by State Terengganu Economic Planning Unit, and then second presentation by Terengganu Incorporated Sdn Bhd. Finally, we will be having a discussion with the panelists and not forgetting the Q&A session. But first, let us hear the presentation by the Terengganu State Economic Planning Unit. This presentation will be delivered by none other than Yang Berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faisal Tun Abdul Razak, the Deputy State Secretary Development, cum Director of State Terengganu Economic Planning Unit. A brief background about Yang Berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faisal. He graduated in Bachelor of Business Management from University of Wisconsin, USA, and then obtained his MBA from UNISZA Terengganu. He has vast experience working with various agencies in Terengganu, including the Terengganu State Economic Planning Unit, Director of Tourism Terengganu, District Officer of Marang District and Land Office, and currently he is the Director of Terengganu State Economic Planning Unit. Without further ado, let's hear the presentation by Yang Berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faisal.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Nas. Yang berhormat Datuk Tengku Hassan, and all the distinguished guests and also participants to this seminar. First of all, I'd like to thank MIDA for kicking off this Invest program with Terengganu. That shows some confidence of MIDA in the state. So if MIDA is confident in Terengganu, then I guess that gives a very good signal to the investors. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just introduce a little bit about Terengganu and what we have to offer. It has always been our tagline, Terengganu being an investment gateway to ASEAN. That may sound a bit oldie, but then they say when it comes to branding, you don't change the tagline. So we always believe that Terengganu has the potential to be a gateway, not just to ASEAN, but also to the rest of the world. Now, we have this message to deliver. That is, Terengganu, we are ready to help and facilitate investors in opening up new business and opportunities. And we have proven in the past that we are always behind investors who want to seek opportunities and making profit in Terengganu. A lot of people ask why do they need to invest in Terengganu? My answer is, why not? Of course, that seems to be the easiest answer to a very difficult question, right, Mr. Surya? Yeah, why not? In the 90s, that has been the question, why Terengganu? Now that question should be posed not to us, but to all those people who have invested in Terengganu from the 90s. See where they are now, what sort of achievement they made, what sort of profit they achieve. That is our testimonial to why invest in Terengganu. I'll show you more after this. Of course, we have a lot to offer. We would like to offer as much as possible, but for now, these are the four main clusters that we believe investors could make the most profit or could capture the most opportunities. First of all is in tourism, and then in OGP manufacturing, and then as Datuk Tengku Hassan mentioned, in biotechnology as well, and finally in parallel to industry for IR, communications, content, infrastructure, and emerging technologies. I think we not need go to this. A lot of people already know what Terengganu has on the ground. What I want to share with you is how we can create opportunities from what we have in Terengganu to become business opportunities. Dr. Hassan has mentioned a little bit about incentives by MIDA and also incentives by ECRDC. These incentives can be tailor-made to specific business venture. There's the income tax exemption, investment tax allowance, pioneer status, and all that. But I think the best incentive for any investor to go to any place is how much profit you make by going there. So we will help you to maximize the profit, not just by getting incentives from MIDA or ECR, but also incentives by the state government. Please bear in mind that the Terengganu state, in fact, all the other states, we are not like the federal government. We cannot generate money. We cannot spend money. We cannot collect tax. So there's a very limited choice of incentives that we can offer. One incentive is, of course, the discount on the land premium. Right now, we are offering industrial land at a rate of between 28 ringgit to 120 ringgit per square meter. And we can give 10 to 30% discount and up to 50% discount, customized according to your specific projects. What are the criteria that we look into when we evaluate the incentives to offer to investors? There are a few. One, namely, is how many employment, local employment to be created by that business venture. The more employment created, the harder it will work for you. The second consideration would be how much it will contribute to the economy, the spillover going into the economy to suppliers, contractors, service providers, and all that. The more it goes into the economy, the harder the state government will work for you. And thirdly, we also look into how much profit you make from that venture. The more profit you make, the harder it will work for you. Because we know if you make profit, then you will reinvest into the business. So making profit, the company making profit is not just an incentive for the company, but it's also for us, incentive for us to work harder to assist the investors. That is our role there, to facilitate for businesses to start business there and make profit, as much profit as you can make in Terengganu. And of course, this industrial land, we can make arrangement for you to make a lease payment schedule. That is, we can, CDC will explain more on the technical detail of this arrangement, where you can, prior to this, investors can make like scheduled payment arrangement. So these are sort of incentive that goes into the industrial land for Terengganu. And then if you need for the government to prepare some infrastructure for your operation, specific infrastructure, we can also assist you in that. Most of the industrial land are in the form of raw land. That's because specific industries need special treatment to the land preparation. So we provide raw lands. But if you have the specifications, we can assist you in that as well. And then we also have the special task force, namely Invest Terengganu and State Economic Development Corporation of Terengganu, in providing fast lane service for the investors. And Mr. Burhanuddin will talk more about this fast lane service. Now, let's go back to the 90s. When I joined the service in the mid-90s, I have 28 years of service. Not close enough to your duration. In the 90s, there were 18 industrial estates in Terengganu. And apart from 2 industrial estates, namely Chendring and Gombadak, the rest were very much vacant. Only 2 industrial estates were filled up. People say, don't go to Terengganu. It's too far away from Kuala Lumpur. Transportation cost is just, astronomical. Logistic, it's literally, there's no logistic in Terengganu. There's no highway, no train service and all that. We had small airports. So in the 90s, Terengganu was not the place to go to. Out of 18 industrial estates, 16 were very much vacant. Now you ask these people who came to Terengganu in the 90s, and they'll testify that they made the right decision by going to Terengganu then, instead of waiting until the market is right. Because during those times, industrial land cost only 50 cents per square foot, or 5 ringgit per square meter. The most expensive land was in Teluk Kalung, 45 ringgit per square meter. Okay. Now, of course, it's more expensive, and also it's more difficult to get prime lot. So now we have 25 industrial estate, where before 16 were vacant. Now we barely have 5 that we can really offer to investors. Teluk Kalung industrial estate, those who went to Teluk Kalung in the 90s, they would see that there was nothing there, almost nothing there, other than Kemamang Port and Pewaja. But now Teluk Kalung has grown to 10 times more the original size, with many big factories and many more coming in. So Teluk Kalung was a place where not many people wanted to go before, but now it's very much sought after. And the same will happen to the new industrial estates that Datuk Tengku Hassan mentioned just now. Pulau Kerengga, Prasing, and also in Lot P, Kerteh Industrial Estate, where's Bukit Ko Industrial Estate. There are barely 5 that investors can really choose to go to now, where we have a lot of land to offer. And these are among the investors who are already operating in Terengganu. Not all, just some of them. If you take those companies in Kerteh operating under the Petronas banner there, there's at least a dozen there. So that concludes very much on the industrial opportunities to those who are interested to go into Terengganu to set up manufacturing plants. Now let's take a brief journey on tourism. A lot of people do not know that, see there on the table there, that we received 23,000 Italians to Terengganu last year. And then the third largest was from France and the fourth from the Netherlands. A lot of people thought that the biggest single group of tourists to Terengganu were the Chinese and Singaporeans. But no, they're from Europe. But not many people know this because the Europeans went to the islands. See? The Europeans went straight to the islands. What does this mean? Let me go to the next slide. To a lot of people, that means almost nothing. Okay. Now, combine this with another fact. When PKP was withdrawn late last year, then people started to travel around. Now, Terengganu hit the highest hotel occupancy rate for the whole country in January this year. During the first few months of operation, Terengganu hit the highest occupancy rate. Now, a lot of travelers went to the island, but we don't see them on the mainland. See? So what does that mean? To those people who ask for opportunities, it may mean that we don't have enough rooms in Terengganu. So that is one opportunity that tourism players can go into. Yes, Terengganu do not have enough hotel rooms. Kenyir do not have enough hotel rooms. The mainland, Kuala Terengganu does not have enough hotel rooms. That's why people go to Terengganu, they go straight to the islands, they come back to Kuala Terengganu, and then they flew back to where they come from. Okay. So if you want to invest in Terengganu in tourism, putting up new hotels for this specific market niche would be a very good idea. Two areas that I think Europeans love to go to would be one, Kenyir, and secondly, Setiu wetland. We don't need to promote the islands anymore. And if you are thinking of investing on the island, building new hotels and resorts on the island, it's going to be very difficult because the lands are all occupied. If you want to invest on the island, then you have to buy private lands. But if you want to go to Kenyir or Setiu wetland or any other part or many other parts in Terengganu, yes, we will help and facilitate you to identify a good spot. Like Dr. Tengku Hassan mentioned, 340 islands on Lake Kenyir. We'll help you find an island, put up a special resort for that special niche, market niche. So this is Kenyir, and this is Setiu wetland. Now, a lot of people still don't know that Setiu wetland boasts of being the only wetland in Malaysia that offers, I think, 11 different ecosystems: sea, land, beach, island, mountains, swamp, brackish water, and it offers a lot of opportunities in edu-tourism as well as in community-based tourism. And these are the recognitions that we have received in Terengganu in terms of tourism products. Most of the islands of Terengganu have received one sort of award or another. Perhentian Island, Lang Tengah Island, Tenggo Island, Redang Island. But we also have activities that attract visitors to Terengganu. So we are promoting and we are willing to help facilitate tourism players to come to Terengganu, not just to build resorts, but also to create activities that will bring in tourists. I believe Mr. Burhanuddin will also explore a little bit more on the sort of activities that Terengganu Incorporated plans for the future. The more people coming to Terengganu, the more money they spend there. So the government will not get any of the money, but the investors will and the people will. Okay. So these are some of the examples on unique activities to Terengganu, squid jigging, and also traditional performance. So basically, again, I go back to why we are here. We are here to help and assist investors to identify what sort of business you can do in Terengganu. We will try and help you chart a map how to set up that business in the state. And hopefully, 30 years from now, we will stay be with you in expanding your business. So with that, first of all, I'd like to thank MIDA again for starting off with Terengganu. And then I also like to thank all the participants for joining us here. There's not much that we can tell you here in this hall, but we hope to see you in Terengganu on individual visits. Please contact Invest Terengganu. That's the division under the State Economic Planning Unit entrusted with the task of helping investors. You may also approach State Economic Development Corporation of Terengganu as well as Terengganu Incorporated should you have any interest to venture into Terengganu. Thank you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Datuk. What an interesting and insightful presentation. It was absolutely illuminating to know that Terengganu is one of the states which has been chosen as the investment destination by the international and domestic business community. That is why this afternoon's event is carried out to provide a platform for participants to explore any possibilities to invest in Terengganu Darul Iman. Moving on to our second presentation is by Terengganu Incorporated. This presentation will be delivered by Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi Muhammad, the President and Executive Director of Terengganu Incorporated Sdn Bhd. A brief background about Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi. He obtained MBA from University of Leeds, England. He has vast experience in working with few private sectors such as PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, BH Consulting Sdn Bhd, Composite Technology Research Malaysia Sdn Bhd, Westar Aviation Services Sdn Bhd, and currently he is the President and Executive Director of Terengganu Incorporated Sdn Bhd. I now hand over the floor to Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi with the title Business Opportunity with Terengganu Inc. Group.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang berbahagia Datuk Tengku Hassan Tengku Omar, Chairman Terengganu State Committee Trade Industry Regional Development and Administration Wellbeing. Yang dihormati Mr. Siva Suryamurti Sundara Raja, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Investment Promotion and Facilitation MIDA, Tuan Haji Azmal Azadin, Chief Operating Officer of Perpadanan Memajukan Intisar Negeri Terengganu, Mr. Muhammad Azhar, General Manager Invest Terengganu, Terengganu State Economic Planning Unit. Alhamdulillah, we gather here today to listen a few things about what Terengganu Incorporated can deliver. I believe Terengganu Incorporated is the company that makes things happen because we are the so-called, while we are advising the state of Terengganu on investments, we are actually the executor or making sure that all the plans are delivered and all the businesses are flourish and actually making the Terengganu state more prosperous in terms of more job creation, so that we can actually see that the Terengganu Incorporated will be able to deliver the so-called the objectives of the state. Sorry, do I press this? Can we go to the next slide, please? This is Terengganu Incorporated Strategic Investment Arm of the state of Terengganu. So we are the so-called to strengthen the company's financial performance. Then, you know, when people say about GLC, people tend to have a connotation that it's not going to be a properly managed company. I think we try to change that perception. I'm not saying all GLCs are bad or something like that, but what I'm saying is that we are basically having now to focus on a proper profit orientation, because I think without that, then the company cannot flourish and the state will not be able to flourish. So, but Terengganu Incorporated is the strategic investment arm of the state of Terengganu. Next, please. Sorry. That doesn't mean that I don't know how to control this, that I don't know how to handle the business in Terengganu, but you know, all these things. But business clusters wise, I think what I'm trying to actually show to the audience today is that if Terengganu Inc. can be successful in Terengganu, meaning to say the climate of business is there. So we are actually in about 7 areas, and we have 6 business areas. We have plantation. We are the biggest owner of the planted palm oil land in Terengganu, more than 100,000 hectares. And then we actually own the energy and natural resources. We actually the owner of Terengganu Water Company, Satu, 100% owned. And we also the biggest so-called the concession area owner of the forest in Terengganu. But we are very responsible. We do the replanting almost on daily basis. Healthcare, we actually own 5 hospitals now. 1 in Terengganu and 4 outside Terengganu. So not necessarily a Jago Kampung, something like that. We also go outside Terengganu. In fact, KMI Kuantan is our biggest operator, so-called biggest operation as far as healthcare is concerned. And then we have in Terengganu, and we have more than 400 beds, more than 100 specialists. And we have actually ventured all the way up to Tawau, Sabah. And we also having an aim to actually push our rooms to 1,000 in about 3 years' time. And we have plans in Kemaman, we have plans in Kota Baru, and we also have plans in Kelana Jaya. As far as oil and gas is concerned, we are actually the operator, the single operator of the port in Kemaman. So we have few companies, Kemaman Supply Base, and also the other companies like KPK and also Sukma Samudra. All those are owned by Terengganu Inc. And we have infra, construction, and also engineering. Tourism is key for us as well. I'll go into that detail as well. So we have 2 hotels under us, Permai Hotel and also Primula Hotel. So this is to show, while we are showing this, what we are saying is that our shareholders fund is about 1.3 billion in Terengganu now. So what we're trying to say is that Terengganu is a place that you can do business and grow into this kind of size. The Terengganu Inc. is only about 12 years old. So we actually managed to do this, and actually the total assets that we have now is about 2.9 billion. So we are going into the billion-dollar category already. So we hope that this can basically give certain indication that Terengganu business is actually there, and a lot of things can be achieved in Terengganu. So if you see the CAGR, the cumulative aggregate growth rate, is about 11% from 2007 to 2021. And then we can see that the total accumulated investment by Terengganu Inc. itself is close to 800 million that we pour into the business again. So this to show that, in fact, this year, the revenue, we are targeting about 1.8 billion. And we are talking about this year, our target of the shareholders fund is about 1.8 billion as well. In fact, we have achieved 1.8 billion. We are looking at going to 2 billion shareholders fund. So it's good doing business in Terengganu. This is where we are. So employment-wise, we would say we are the biggest group employer. So we have more than 8,000 people with us. Then we always feel that we are actually providing to about 30,000 people in Terengganu at least. So we are spending more than close to 300 million salary in a year now. So we will be one of the biggest paymaster. Maybe we cannot top the government as yet, but just to show that basically Terengganu Inc. is actually doing a lot to the state. I mean, like if we can flood the state with about 300 million a year, so that's where the economy is actually moving. I just need to basically show this agenda because we are very strong in sustainability agenda. We even have a so-called engagement with United Nations UNDP development program. Then we actually talk to them and see what we can do. But we are already inside the sustainability agenda, which is of course what needs to be done going forward in any business in the world now. We are trying to benchmark ourselves to a proper so-called sustainability. This is what we have achieved so far. We have biogas, we have biomass, we have solar farm, and you can see that the 80,000 units or tree planting as at June 2022, we even participated in that. So we actually do a lot of efforts actually being propagated by ESG. So if you can see that we even implemented flexible working environment. Lifestyle, I went back to Terengganu about a year and a half ago. Lifestyle in Terengganu is good. And then we are still introducing work from home, work from anywhere. So we do have staff working from Starbucks and everything. So we are okay with that. I think we need to change. We need to actually adopt all these changes so that we can actually flourish in the future. We're very strong in CSR. I think we're spending about close to 9 million in 2021 doing the CSR. We basically the state government so-called investment arm. So we do see that we need to participate in the CSR quite greatly. We are monitoring our so-called gender composition. So we are happy to know that we are about 30% staffed by female employees. So we are monitoring that as well to give an equal employment opportunity for Terengganu Inc. Group at least. So this is the business opportunities in Terengganu. So we basically promoting KTIP now, called Terengganu Industrial Park, 1,007 acres with the 99 years of leasehold. So this is under Terengganu Inc. proper. So we actually obtain the rights and then we actually can talk to anyone who actually wanted to bring their business here to us direct. So I can see when it's actually with, while in Terengganu, we try to make sure that everybody will be given green lane treatment because we wanted everything to be fast. But the thing that Terengganu Inc. can offer is that we are actually able to make it faster because we already own the assets and we can actually, I would say we have a stamina to deal with the SOPs of the state. We have people to actually go and then we are nearby. So we can actually make sure that things happen, especially when trying to get the title, the kebaran merancang and the rest. So the area here is very, very connected. We can see that we have Kerteh Airport nearby, we have Kuantan Airport nearby, we have KT Airport also. And then the ECRL, there'll be a spur line coming into this area as well. So as far as Terengganu Silica Valley is concerned, this is a 4,000 hectares. Actually, we do want to come up with the downstream activities in this area. But of course, we basically competing among ourselves. So Teluk Kalong is also a very, very attractive area. So we are still trying to make sure that we trying to bring the downstream activities in Terengganu Silica Valley. So we have 4,000 hectares there ready for us to further develop. So this is actually the specialized and preferred industries, the glass, solar panel manufacturing, electrical and electronics products. In Kemaman Port, there is actually, Kemaman Port is actually a naturally a very good depth of a port. It has an 18-meter depth and has a vessel draft of 16.4 meter. So we actually still have about 600 acres of land surrounding that area. So there's so various, and so the latest that we are coming up with is a joint venture between Terengganu Inc. and another company is to come up with the Terengganu KCP, Kernel Crusher Plant. So the idea in Terengganu Inc. is that we are going to move within our cluster. We may not be introducing any other new clusters, but we are going to go upstream and downstream. So one of the downstream activities for our plantation activity is actually to come up with the kernel crusher plant. So that will be located in Kemaman Port. So there's this 600 acres available. And then the core services will be cargoes, dry and liquid bulk and containers, other than those normal one, which is the petroleum supply base. So this is what is available in Kemaman Port Services. Oil and gas people would be very much familiar with all this. So our warehouse is about 5,000 square meters. So we actually about 97% tenanted. So it's a very good business there. But we also are branching into all the marine activities as well. We actually have a company specializing in servicing the rigs, repairs and everything. So we have another company to actually do that in Kemaman now. We also embarking on Kemaman Port expansion. I think a few names were quoted in Kemaman, like Eastern Steel, like JXR. So we are actually in tandem with them, meaning to say we actually know what they are coming up with, and we actually studied that, and we know that we have to come up with at least 2 phases of port expansion. One will be about 650 meter expansion, but the other one, the bigger one, will be coming out with a new breakwater of about 3.65 kilometers. I would say this is the grandest plan for the state of Terengganu as far as the amount is concerned and also as far as the technicality is concerned. So we hope this will be so-called participated, and then we can see that this will actually improve the port further. And with that, we basically can actually bring in more companies surrounding Kemaman area. We have Kuala Terengganu City Centre as well. If you're familiar with Terengganu, there is a new area after the drawbridge. The drawbridge also managed by Terengganu Incorporated. So there is also another area for about 200 acres there. So there is actually a plan to come up with 50,000 residential units and also a seafront city stretch. This is what at least I hope I can see this maybe in the next 10 to 15 years, but this is almost not Terengganu. So this is something that we think that we can actually achieve. It's a very tall order, having to bring people in to invest in Terengganu, but at least we know that this can be done. So we have so many ideas. We have the KTCC Oceanfront, KTCC Creek, KTCC Avenue, and KTCC Business Park. So this is actually one of the big projects that we are actually trying to actually make sure that people can come in and invest. This is to show what the ECRL is actually a lot of so-called TOD for the ECRL program. So this is how we see that the potential site for the TOD project. So there are about 8 available sites across the state. And then we can see that all those, the bigger one will be in Kemasit, there's about 139 hectares. So there'll be more detailed plans to this because ECRL is also starting in Terengganu. So this is going to be part of the plans that Terengganu Inc. is actually looking at it just to make sure that if there is any investment in this, then basically we can help out in terms of making it happen. So this is sports tourism. Terengganu people, I think, is very active lot. We have a lot of sports program. So we make it a sports tourism. Then we wanted to make sure people come to Terengganu. From our study, anytime there is an event in Terengganu, if I can attract about 15,000 crowd, we were looking about spillover economy of about 3 million. So I think those are very, very important to us. We may not be able to give money to the people of Terengganu, but by coming up with programs, we look at all these achievements. Very simple arithmetic, 3 million, then we can see the houseboats are full. We can see the so-called the businesses. I had this one lady who operates a store just next to one event that we held. So she goes like, I normally get 200 ringgit a day, but because of your event, I actually got 1,000 a day. It's good enough for us that is actually already a very good so-called, even though we may not be captured properly, but we know those are the things that we can actually help out. So we recently had a jet ski event. So now all those traders, people from IKS who were given a free rent for them. So they were like waiting for us to come up with a new program so that they can participate. So we even have the so-called Terengganu Inc. Challenge Series, just to make sure that people can visit Terengganu. And this is Pulau Poh, it's under Terengganu Inc. So-called administration. So we actually being tasked by the state to manage this pulau. So what we have is actually, we have a Pulau Poh hotel, hopefully to be completed sometime end of this year. And then we have so the Kenyir Dome, which we are planning to turn into a virtual reality park. And we have a adventure park, and then we have the commercial park as well. So we are going to bring the real shopping experience as well. We are talking to a very big company to actually start operating from there. We also very keen on the green technology. So we also, I think Datuk Tengku also mentioned about this. So we are looking at talking to a few companies, especially in these areas. Waste management and hydrogen, we got a very strong interest from South Korea. So we are talking with them as well. But these are all in the so-called planning stage. So I think that's the Terengganu Inc. So-called activities. I hope what I can show is that doing business in Terengganu is like doing business in other states. We will help, we will assist, we facilitate. I think we like to use that words because a lot of people either goes to the state or comes to us. If they come to Terengganu Inc., we'll try to facilitate and we'll try to match you up with the right people and the right agency, and then we will help along the way. With that, I thank you, and thank you, MIDA, again for organizing such a fantastic event. So we hope we can get a very good positive points from this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi, for the insightful and enlightening briefing just now. Ladies and gentlemen, moving along now into the panelist discussion. I now have the pleasure of introducing our moderator, Mr. Haji Azmal Azadin, the Chief Operating Officer of Terengganu State Economic Development Corporation, as well as our panelists. Panelist number 1, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan Tengku Omar, Exco for Trade, Industry, Regional Development and Administration Wellbeing of Terengganu State Committee. Panelist 2, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Tun Ahmad Faisal Tun Abdul Razak, Director of State Terengganu Economic Planning Unit. And last but not least, Panelist 3, Mr. Burhanuddin Hilmi Muhammad, President and Executive Director, Terengganu Incorporated, Sdn Bhd. Without further ado, I hand over now the floor to Mr. Haji Azman.
Thank you, Nas. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You've been very patient with us. I think lots of information has been gained throughout this afternoon, and I believe, ladies and gentlemen, you have a lot of questions to ask, but I have to limit the time. As you know, KL has been very raining every evening. I do not want to hold you, got caught in the jam. Instead of having dinner, you had to have your supper. And definitely we have to have time limit for this partition. So this is the second last session before we have the press conference, but I have to hear all the very experienced and very important people on the stage. So this is the opportunity that I believe that you have to take to acquire as much as information that you're required to know. But should you need further, then definitely you have to come to Terengganu. It's a beautiful state. I believe that it's not going to be enough for you to be one night there in Terengganu. It definitely is going to be a few days for you to be there. So without further ado, as your gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, can see that on my left is Yang Berhormat Mulia Datuk Tengku, and next to him is Datuk Tun, and far left is Tuan Burhanuddin. So you may post your question, particularly if you like to post directly to any of the panelists, then you can just name, because it depends on what you want to know. I think we have the microphone, right, the floor that you can use to ask a question. Probably it'll be wonderful. You can just introduce yourself from the which organization from you are from, and then we will try to answer you today. If it requires a lengthy answers, then definitely we have to, invite you to Terengganu. We sit down and clarify more things for you and see what are the opportunities that we can offer you. So without further ado, may I have the first question from the floor? These are the three gentlemen who has a very tight schedule, ladies and gentlemen. This is the opportunity that you have to take because you want to make appointments with them. I believe a week will not be a promise. So this is the opportunity. Please take this opportunity. Yes, I had the. Please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Rahman Bacho from Jadin Pharma Berhad. Actually, we have one associate company at Dumun Terengganu. We have known as Zorix Sdn Berhad, where we manufacture for external or cream for pharmaceutical. Also, we have contract for Ministry of Health. We just took over this company, but this company already around 15 years old. Okay, I just want to ask maybe Yang Berhormat Datuk Tengku or other panelists, because I see most of the incentive given to the new companies, but this is already almost 15 years of company. We just took over. Whether any incentive they offer by the MIDA or also TIA that we can help to revive or to enhance this new company, because this company already 15 years old at Dumun Terengganu near the ECRL. Okay, just want to ask because we are new and we also invest in this company. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the questions. Well, you were talking about the incentives. As we told you, the state has very limited ability to give you the incentives. Why not? If you are talking about the land, then of course you can discuss on that. On other incentives, tax holiday and whatnot, then you have to go to the MIDA or ECRDC. These two authorities provide you the information how to get the opportunities from the government. Then I think you have to see the MIDA or the ECRDC. It's better for that. Okay. Kalau MIDA nak jawab tu boleh juga.
Maybe let me answer the question. So for companies which are actually acquiring existing operation, so generally there is no special incentives because you are acquiring the company. It can be acquiring the asset or you acquire the company. However, if you reinvest, ada penambahan dalam pelaburan, then you can enjoy the recent tax incentive introduced under Penjana, the reinvestment allowance of 60%. So company lama dah beroperasi, they would have already enjoyed maybe the initial pioneer status and also the 15 years reinvestment allowance, mungkin dah tamat. But under the Penjana, for any reinvestment that you make for the year of assessment 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 until 2024 are eligible for another round of reinvestment allowance. But if you acquire the company and you produce new products, not the same product, but the new products, then you can apply for incentive from MIDA. Then you will look into the promoted list and see whether it is promoted, then incentive will be granted. However, check with ECER as well, because ECER incentives are locational incentives. Their incentives are much more, how shall I say, lucrative compared to yang kita provide generally. Yeah. Thank you, Yang Berhormat.
Thank you, Mr. Suwar. I hope that answers your question. May I have the next question, please?
Hello, good evening, everyone. So my name is Cairo. So basically, I'm from IMEC Technology. So basically, what we are doing, we are a system integrator. We are provide the end-to-end solution to warehouse. We are promoting for the smart manufacturing, smart warehousing, and smart logistics. So my question to the panels, and also to the MIDA as well, I just want to check if there's any specific program that you introduce your existing company that we can work together and in order for us to invest, which is to set up our office in the East Coast area. So in order for us to develop the local market or the local talent in Terengganu there. So that is my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Probably Datuk Tun, do you like to respond to that?
Again, if you want to come to Terengganu, then you look at the incentives, then you have to come to us and discuss detail. As we have told you, we are in control of the land. That's it. The rest, probably we can join together for ensuring the skilled workers can cooperate with the universities over there. It's been done by many companies, big companies. We tie together with the universities there and we train the people there to be a skilled labor officers. The rest kalau nak tahu incentive tu tak ada sangat aku. But specifically if you want to know the detail of what we can do, then please come over and see us. On the rest, incentive pulled by MIDA and CRDC. They boleh have incentive, certain types of incentives. I think that talking about incentives, kalau you nak come and want to see whether you can cooperate with other companies in Terengganu, then please come see us. We provide all the figures and details about companies related to what you want to do in Terengganu.
All right, I hope that answers.
Can I tambah sikit?
Please.
I think that question, what happened is that if you come to Terengganu and wanted to do business, maybe you don't have that much local knowledge to start a business. I think a lot of companies came to us first, to Terengganu Inc., to understand the so-called the business profile and business environment in Terengganu. Then it will actually go on to become, maybe we come up with a joint venture, or maybe we just facilitate you just to make sure that you get the right footing in Terengganu, because Terengganu Inc. may not be involved in everything, but we welcome investment. So we do this kind of service. Of course, it's free, but we'll be able to partner you with the local Terengganu entities. For example, if it's in the IT industry, there are quite a few companies under the state, not necessarily under Terengganu Incorporated, who are actually doing this. Normally, we can introduce them to this company. You sit down and see what kind of cooperation that you can actually take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Panaji. So can we have the next question, please?
Hello. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening. My name is Muhammad Aizat Afiq. I'm from Q Group Berhad. So my position currently is business development executive. So currently my job description is seeking a new investment for my company. So I'm represent for my company currently. If my company want to invest in the Terengganu state, how many years the ROI will be returned back to us? Because I'm an investor, of course, I'm give a money to you. So how many the years ROI to give to us? So this is a question.
Very interesting question. Talking about the returns of investment, definitely it depends how much you want to invest in Terengganu. If any of our panelists would like to take, Tuan Haji.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we really need to understand the question very well, actually, to answer this question. But I said, maybe I can answer the way that if we invest in Terengganu, of course, ROI is depending on industry, depending on maturity of the product and everything. So many things that you have to consider. But I would say maybe in Terengganu, we look at some investments which are actually, some of them will be like 3 years ROI, maybe 10 years. You know, if you go into plantation, the so-called the plants will only bear fruits and everything after 4 or 5 years. So all those things will happen. But of course, if you talk about a bigger investment, say like the Terengganu, the expansion of the port and everything, those are billion-dollar investments. So of course, you're going to go 15, 20 years horizon as easy as that. So in the end, it's about what the business you are in. But of course, if you tanam durian, which you're also looking for something like that, 4 years, you can start reaping some benefits. But of course, you must make sure the fertilizer is there and everything. So but I think it is a very much a different industry and different ROI. Thank you.
There are 4 clusters, major clusters that you may choose from. Probably from those clusters, you may decide what would best for the fastest returns of your ROI. All right. Can I have next question, please, then? Yes, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Saifullah bin Najimuddin from Elcop Technology Sinar Berhad. Currently, we have a project in Saudi Arabia, and our partner from Saudi, they would like to understand if they want to invest in Malaysia and then bring talents from Malaysia itself to another third country like Mauritius, Mali, and etc. What are the incentives that government can give? First question. And the second question, right now, Elcop, we are coordinating with Islamic Development Bank Jeddah on reverse linkage program. So how MIDA can assist us in terms of knowledge transfer, skills transfer from Malaysia to other country, export and import, because our partner, they're focusing on green tech technology and then agriculture and forest products. So they would like to know what are the incentives we can offer them. Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. As I think the presentation made by Datuk Tun. Well, as state government, there are limited incentives that we can offer you. Somehow, rather, there are lots of things, but I do not want to take over Datuk Tun's to answer. Please,
thank you. We're talking about talents going to work elsewhere. Yes. Going out of this country, working elsewhere.
Yes, and then we export our product to the overseas.
All right. Okay. Now, we don't have specific incentives for that. We used to pay trainees to undergo training in Singapore or even in Penang. But nowadays, what we do is we help to identify talents who fit into that special program, whatever special program. We help identifying the talents through Terengganu Human Resource Development Corporation. So say you need 100 people in the OGT industry or 50 people in the hospitality industry, then we will help advertise them through our chain of centers. We have a work center. We have work center in every district, so we can get the district office to help and identify these people, these talents, and will facilitate for the interview process and all that. We provide assistance, but we don't really have any special incentive. Thank you.
Thank you. So I can allow only 2 more questions. See that after this we have a press conference. So may I have the next question, please, from the floor? Any question? Doesn't have to be specifically about the heavy industries or what. It can be tourism or anything that you would like to know. So Yes. This is the second last question, Chair, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tarmizi from Terengganu. Sir, basically Terengganu is more to the fishery and tourism. So where is actually your future planning for the fishery? And secondly, for the port of cruise terminal, because we have a few clients coming from Singapore, which is part of cruise group, like to enter to Terengganu as their ports, and they love to see the product at Terengganu.
Maybe Tuan Haji, would you like to respond to that? Or maybe
Tadi tu first question tadi fishery Are you asking about fishery? Fishery.
Regarding fishery, right now we are looking forward to modernization of fishery boats, which we have built the first one. So basically there is no ports to call because our fishery boat is quite big than normal. It's a C-class size, 15 meters, and there is no port to attain. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we acknowledge the fact that we are having some problems with our Chendring fishery port. It cannot readily accommodate C-class boats at all times. Most of the boats are now going either to Bali or Kuantan, I made to believe. Yes, we have problems. This resulted from the sedimentation that is going on at Chendring Port. But we are working with LKIM and also with MAFI to address this issue. Hopefully, in October this year, when they announce the budget, we'll get some good news from MAFI that they will be doing some repair work on that port. And then on the cruise port, yes, we have received some visits from several cruise liners. Mostly they go to the islands, then they make a short stop on the for mainland tour, city tour. What we did in the past, since we do not have any port or jetty facility for these large liners, this ship goes to what, 60,000 ton, 50,000 ton. So you would need enormous facility to receive these ships. So what we did in the past was they would shuttle the passengers off to the islands or to the mainland, and they would make arrangement for bus trips to take them, to all these places. Now, what we have received in the past was just a short spell of visits from this cruise liner, maybe 5, 6, or the most is 12 per year. If we can get a guarantee or continuous visits from a number of liners, then I think it's worthwhile for us to start talking about building a purpose-built jetty for this cruise liner. Okay. Otherwise, we will go with what they have been doing so far. It's been going on fine so far, making these temporary arrangement. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope that answers your questions well. And can we have the last question, please, for today's session, question and answers? Yes, please, Jen. Can I have the microphone, please?
Thank you to arrange this kind of good opportunity. I came from Korea. I will not pose that sharp question, but I will tell you two things. One thing, that place is very nice, and the land price is still cheap and virgin. That is very good opportunity. Comparing to Korea industry, 10 times or 50 times cheaper. Good opportunity. And second one, I'm interested in ammonia gas using your natural gas or hydrogen gas or hospital. resort type of hospital with Korea. I know a few Korean regional governor and investor. Okay, only they don't know one problem, your side. If we spend more time each other, we can explore their attention. And now they are quite big money of invest available monies in Korea. So let's make attractive and take that one to in Terengganu area. When I visit your place, please let's share the time, not one time, two time, three time. And this year, next year, let's make 1, 2, 3, the best project in Asia. Okay, thank you.
Kamsahamnida. Kamsahamnida. We just came back from Korea. We had that opportunity. Since you're here, in fact, we invited our counterpart from Korea to come to Malaysia, in fact, strictly to Terengganu. So since you're already in Kuala Lumpur, please, why not see you in Kuala Terengganu in 1 or 2 days' time? I think, Dato', would you like to respond to?
Yeah, thank you. We just came back from South Korea. We visited 6 to 7 companies there, and some are very serious to come to Malaysia, mostly on chemical industries. One is the foaming agent. They want to do something based on chemical. They call it foaming agent. The other is on, everything is on chemical actually. And we have provided, we have got the places for them. We have dedicated the site to them. They have visited us, and they are coming again to visit and to see us. That means they are very serious of investing in Terengganu, and we welcome them to come over. We have been there, and they said they will come back again to us. Thank you.
Hope to see you in Terengganu. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I think we have to end this session, question and answers. I thank you very much for your participation. I can thank you, the panelists up on the stage as well. And for further queries and clarifications, probably you will contact the Invest, SCDC Terengganu, or even the ECRDC. There are pamphlets down there at the ground floor, and even on the far side of I think the Terengganu Invest, and I think Terengganu Inc. Their counters are over their site. You can get more information from there. And again, safe journey back. Thank you very much for your participation today. Please remember, Terengganu is not only the land of the turtles, it's the land of a million thousand smiles and golden opportunities that you must not ever miss. So you must come to Terengganu. With that, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the excellent moderated session, Mr. Haji Azmal, and the insightful points by the panelists. You may now return to your seat. Please hold on. Yeah. We have our next session. Please return to your seat, ladies and gentlemen. For our next session, it is with great pleasure that we unveil the inaugural motion presentation of the Investment Terengganu. For your information, we will be the first to witness this grand debut of the investment heaven of the East. Let's take a look at the new Invest Terengganu corporate video.
Terengganu is a state that is fast developing and expanding rapidly in many industries. It has become an ideal investment hub with its wide range of opportunities, attracting investors from around the globe. Welcome to Terengganu, investment haven of the East. Located in the east coast of Malaysia, Terengganu is rich with a natural biodiversity that remains largely untapped. This coastal state, spanning a width of 13,035 square kilometers, is characterized by sandy beaches that stretch for 244 kilometers from north to south. Its population of 1.15 million people present an endless opportunity for trade and potential investments. The tourism industry contributes largely to the state's economy. To solidify the state with a diverse trading ecosystem, the implementation of high-impact project plans in other industries are currently underway. The abundance of natural resources is one of the factors that attracts investors. In recent years, we have made progressive changes to the clean water supply system, optimized electricity, and improved the transport system. Clean water supplies have increased to more than 200,000 cubic meters per day. Electricity is generated from various power generation methods, such as natural gas, hydroelectric, and solar technology, accumulating a total average of 700 megawatts. Terengganu is also home to a rich ecosystem. There are over 500,000 hectares of permanent forest reserves and 15,000 hectares of wildlife reserves across the state. Terengganu is fully equipped with the infrastructures needed to propel the state. We have identified 4 logistics requirements that are crucial in fulfilling the needs of investors. The new LPT2 highway linking Terengganu to the capital city of Kuala Lumpur, the Sultan Mahmud Airport, Kemaman Supply Base, and the East Coast Railway Link, or ECRL, that will shorten traveling time to the Klang Valley, ensuring an efficient and cost-effective logistic. We are ready to prove our worth in boosting the economic growth through our dynamic development. Terengganu is ready to seal its place at the top with 25 industrial estates located in strategic areas across the state. These estates consist of heavy industry, biotechnology, oil and gas, wood-based industries, support services, and SME. Our facilities encompass the industries that are spearheading development for the state and the nation's economy as a whole, instilling confidence in our potential investors.
The state government has been extremely supportive in ensuring the success of our business operation. We are proud to contribute to the economic growth and development of Terengganu.
The state of Terengganu is one of the most beautiful tourist destinations with its lush nature, a rich history, and a unique culture. It is also well known for its oil and gas industry, which has benefited the state greatly, allowing other industrial sectors to develop equally. In addition to the oil and gas industry, this state is steadily making its presence known in the biotechnology industry by successfully securing investors from France and South Korea.
Terengganu has a lot of marine resources but still underutilized. We at University Malaysia Terengganu, or UMT, are committed in developing the field of biotechnology, especially that focuses on marine resources. Our Marine Biotechnology Institute, IMD, committed in research to produce many products based on marine natural resources, and these products are very important for industrial use, especially in the pharmaceutical industries.
Plans for investment opportunities in the information technology industry are also being drawn for the future. This is in line with the state government's policy to ensure that the plan to boost Industrial Revolution 4.0 is on track.
We applaud the Terengganu state government for their efforts in driving economic activity and their digital ambitions. For Maxis, we will continue to build our presence here through our investment in fiber and network infrastructure to enable its people, businesses, and local entrepreneurs.
From its dazzling nature to its interesting culture, Terengganu has so much to offer, making it the most favored and frequented holiday destination in Malaysia. The construction of a new mega mall in the heart of the city demonstrates the rapid economic growth and modernization, while the central location of hotels make it a strategic investment for businesses and holidaymakers alike. Terengganu is now ready to embrace investors from around the world. Welcome to Terengganu, investment haven of the East.
Wow, what a wonderful experience this will be when creating your future in Terengganu. It is undoubtedly that Terengganu Darul Iman is becoming an attractive investment destination for domestic and foreign investors due to many potential business opportunities across various sectors offered by the state. The constant support by the respective government agencies in Terengganu will be one of the push factors for the investors to invest in Terengganu. Ladies and gentlemen, next, for the appreciation ceremony, may I invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan Tengku Omar, Exco for Trade, Industry, Regional Development and Administration Wellbeing of Terengganu State Committee, and Mr. Siva Suryamurthy, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Investment Promotion and Facilitation MIDA, to the stage for the exchange of token of appreciation. Okay, first may I invite Mr. Siva to present the token of appreciation to Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan Tengku Omar. And then now, Yang Berhormat will present his token of appreciation to Mr. Siva on behalf of MIDA. Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk and Mr. Siva. Please remain on stage for the group photo session. May I now invite all the speakers and moderator to the stage for the group photo session. Speaker number 1, may I request Yang Berbahagia Tun Ahmad Faisal, Tun Abdul Razak. Speaker 2, Mr. Burhanuddin. Moderator, our Mr. Haji Azma. And last but not least, Mr. Shiz Samsul Ibrahim Shiz Abdul Majid, Executive Director for Investment Promotion of MIDA. Okay, we're gonna have a few snaps here and then maybe we can have thumbs up. A thumbs up, yeah. Okay, we have a request. Last post will be the wide angle snap, whereby I invite the cameraman. Maybe you can proceed to the upper stage at the back here. So may I request all VIPs on stage to turn back and face the cameraman behind you on the upper stage there for the wide angle snap. Ladies and gentlemen, the participant, you may rise so that we can have a group photo session together with the VIPs. Okay. Maybe you can do the thumbs up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thumbs up, yeah. Okay, is it okay? All right, there you go. A round of applause for MIDA and State Government of Terengganu. Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Tengku Hassan, Mr. Siva, and all the panelist speakers and moderator for the auspicious ceremony just now. You may now return to your seat. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to the press conference, I would like to make a few announcements. State Government of Terengganu is opening booth today, which allows you to explore more on the investment promotion, information, facilities, industrial park, infrastructure, and tourism of Terengganu. You can direct any of your inquiries to the on-duty officer at the booth station here at the banquet hall or downstairs at the MIDA lobby area. Don't forget to fill up the feedback form and return to our secretary. Now moving on to our next agenda, the press conference session. To our other guests, you may proceed to the banquet hall for some light refreshments and networking session. But for the members of media, I kindly request to proceed in front.